your boy, Duke the King, and welcome to Peep Gang. You heard? All right. Now, let's talk about it, man. We're going to talk about how I met Jadakiss. Now, we're going to take you all the way back to the incident, which the incident is from me throwing a concert in Muskegon Heights, Michigan, just north of Grand Rapids. So, check it out. So I'm preparing this show, this rap concert. I got Ghetto E from the Dayton family. I got a couple other groups there too. Street Fleet. There's a couple groups, local groups from Flint, and I'm setting up a show in Muskegon at my uncle's club, which is Nubby's. So anybody from Muskegon Heights, they know. I don't know if Nubby's still open, but it's my uncle club. We did it at Nubby's. So anyway, in the midst of promoting this concert, I'm driving back and forth to Muskegon. Sometimes I'll get a room and stay, and we just be up there promoting, doing radio, TV commercials, flyers, posters, in-store signings, just promoting the show. So then some crazy shit happened. Usually I have to find me a couple guys that come help me pass out flyers and posters, because I get out there with them. But you always bring a couple guys with. I brought a couple grimy ass niggas with me, right? They my homies, but they grimy, you know what I'm saying? They would do some slimy ass shit. And they didn't fail me. They did exactly what they're known to do. So anyway, we get up to Muskegon, and we done passed out flyers and shit, kicked it with people, talking, whatever. And then we about to leave, so I go to the gas station to get some gas. I get some gas. A lady pull up beside us on the opposite side of the gas pump, and she get out to go inside, but she leave her purse in the car. One of the niggas that's with me, grimy ass niggas, jump out. I don't even know what the fuck he doing, right? He gets out the car and grabs the lady purse and jumps back in my truck, right? I'm pumping the gas. I don't know what the fuck is going on, what he just did, right? So we get in the car. I get it back in the car. The lady come back to her car. She like, they took my purse. They stole my purse. And I'm looking like, damn, who stole your purse? Because ain't nobody at the gas station but us, right? She like, y'all took my purse. I'm like, what? I said, bitch, who the fuck is you talking to? Bitch, I don't steal purses. You better fuck on with that bullshit. So while we talking about this, the police is pulling up in the parking lot. So she runs over to the police, pointing at our car, and I pull off. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, man, what the fuck? They like, pull off, man, pull off. I'm like, oh shit, these niggas took this woman purse, right? So I pull off. The police, while we pulling off and get about half a block down the street, they roll the window down and they throw the purse out the window. I'm like, what the fuck? Apparently they already rambled through the purse, and so the police come behind us. So the police pulls us over. He like, what's going on? He like, man, y'all stole them. I'm like, man, bro, I don't know what she talking about. I pull out some money. Like, look here, man, I don't have to snatch no purses, man. I don't know what she's talking about. He's like, nah, y'all, one of y'all snatched her purse. And I'm like, bro, you got the wrong person. So anyway, damn, I can't go that way. Anyway, so he searched the car. They don't find the purse because he threw the purse out the window. Anyway, that's just a little something I had to tell you about that shit. It was some bullshit, but yeah, them niggas stacks, bro. I cussed them niggas out when the police let us go. Told them niggas I'll never take you niggas nowhere with me ever in life, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's just some grimy ass shit. Some shit that I just don't get down with. Like, that was some just foul shit. But anyway, so it comes to that, we do the show. I got acts performing. I got a couple local acts, I'm charging them to perform. And this one guy just getting on my fucking nerves. He just begging me to perform. Like, come on, man, I can perform. I can sing this and this. I'm like, bro, we full. We ain't got no more acts, man. We done. He like, man, come on, man, please. He said, man, I'm Jadakiss artist. I'm like, what? He like, I can get you Jadakiss. I can call him right now. I said, what? You can do what? He said, yeah, I'm Jadakiss artist. I rap too. I sing. I'm his artist. I'm like, okay, well, I said, well, call him then. So he called his manager. At the time, I'm thinking, I didn't know if this really was his manager. I'm like, well, man, so I'm like, talk to the nigga like, yeah, I'm Jada manager, what y'all wanna do? I was like, yeah, we can chop it up, we could do something, maybe we put a show together. They're like, yeah, we could do that. Blase, splize, whatever, So then I let the little nigga perform. And when I let the little nigga perform, the nigga killed it. When I'm telling you, this nigga was all on the floor, grinding, singing the bitches all in their face, and this nigga was a true performer. Like, I was like, oh, okay, this nigga got talent. So I'm starting to kind of believe what this nigga's telling me now. Like, he could be Jadakiss artist because this nigga got talent. So, long story short, after the show, matter of fact, after the show, the police followed us after this goddamn concert, right? Because they still was on the purse snatching shit. They knew I was doing this party. So they followed me and pulled me over again and told me that we know y'all took that purse and we doing everything in our power to charge you niggas with stealing that purse. Come to find out, the lady who purse got stolen, she was the wife of one of the Muskegon Heights police officers. Ain't that a bitch? So they looked at me like I'm a purse snatcher. And I'm like, I wanted to tell them so bad, like, yo, that wasn't me. It was the niggas I was with. You don't have to never worry about seeing them niggas again. At least not with me. But, I just ate it. Like, it is what it is. I should have never had them niggas with me. So anyway, now I got Jadakiss manager's number. So I called the nigga. We chop it up. I'm like, how much you want for Jada? Say $10,000 for a performance. Pay for the flights and hotels. Send me $5,000 deposit. Now still, I don't know if this real or not. So I'm like, okay, I got the money. The money is not a problem. So I take a chance. I like, fuck it. He can send me his bank information. I wire him $5,000 for a deposit. I'm nervous, thinking like, damn, these niggas, it's on some bullshit, they just got me for $5,000. But, come to find out, it wasn't. It was real. So, I remember, on the day of the concert, I picked Jada them, and my favorite was the whole LOX. All three of them came. This one, Jada had just released his first solo album. So they were, they was traveling with him, helping him promote his solo album. And I just remember, man, meeting him. He got off the flight, shook his hand, like, man, how was the flight? He was like, man, my back, my neck hurting. You had us in coach. I was like, but his manager told me I wasn't gonna put him in first class. His manager said, y'all, we ain't tripping on the first class shit. I said, okay, well, y'all ain't tripping on first class. I gave him coach, so he was complaining about his neck and back hurting because he was in coach. Anyway, we get to the when I came to pick them up in a party bus, and on the party bus I had some strippers on the bus, a bunch of champagne, a bunch of liquor, a whole ounce of Kush. And when I tell you, they got on the bus, they like, they had, at that point, they was falling off a little bit, but they had fell off. The LOX had did no album, so Jada was trying to start his solo career. you know, they had fell off and Jada was trying to start his solo career. So they kind of promoting that. So this was really like a good look for them, you know what I'm saying? Because not only did I book a show with them, somebody in Muskegon also booked a show. So they had two shows. They had one in Flint and one in Muskegon. After they did the Flint show, they were supposed to go to Muskegon. So I treated these niggas good, man. You know, it was my first major artist concert. So, you know, I just wanted to put a good impression on them. And I put on such a good impression that them niggas fuck with me to this day. And this was over 20 years ago. But, you know, we got on the bus, I had some strippers, they drinking, they having a great time. Get them a whole ounce of weed. We chilling, take them to the room. No, we go to the radio station, do the radio interview. We at that time I had an album out, and my album was doing numbers. I was doing real good independent, and they were like shocked to hear the numbers that I was doing as an independent artist. They was like, damn, you sold like 70,000 independent? I'm like, yeah, nigga. That's and 70,000 and counting, you know. So, you know, and like, word, that's what's up. So, you know, took them to the mall, Genesee Valley Mall. They went through the mall. I remember they met these chicks, man. These chicks just graduated from Carmen Ainsworth. Pretty little girls, man. They were some pretty little chicks, man. They just graduated. Some of them still had on their graduation clothes and stuff. Well, anyway, they met them. They was just, it had to be about 4 or 5 of them. And they ended up going back to the hotel with them. When I tell you, when I left those girls, they looked all pretty and together and just kind of like suburbish, kind of nerdy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like they had a little something about themselves. When I tell you, when I went back to get them niggas for the show, my fact, it was before the show, I went back, those same girls, niggas walking in there, lipstick all fucked up, hair wild. They drinking, they slurring, they drunk, they tripping and falling. And I go to the manager, Hit, which is my dog to this day. He's like, man. He said, when I tell you we all fuck every one of them, we all fuck every one of them. I'm just like, wow, man. I would never tell y'all who these girls are. And they, you know, some of them got their shit together. I don't know about all of them, but these girls were some pretty girls, man. Probably a few of you niggas and wife these chicks, but they got ran through that night by the whole, not just by the LOX, but the niggas that was with the LOX, the whole entourage. They say all of them fucked all the chicks, and there was 4 of them. There was 4 chicks, and there had to been about 6 or 7 of them niggas. So each one of them girls got fucked by 6 or 7 niggas that night. Wild shit. But that's how it go. But anyway, me and Jada chopped it up, kicked it. But me and his manager was hit hard. We became real close. When I tell you, this one of the funniest niggas I ever met in my life. Like, this nigga will have you fucking dying, laughing all the time. Like, me and this nigga ended up hooking up on doing some other shit. I did a couple of concerts in Connecticut, Chicago, South Carolina, North Carolina, Atlanta, not Boston. Some part of, did I say Connecticut? Yeah, some part of Connecticut, New York. I was at Fordham, did a show at Fordham University. That had to be one of the biggest shows I ever did. Fordham University with the LOX. I mean, it was epic, man. It was epic. And after that, man, you know, it was, I also was living in Atlanta. Every time they came to Atlanta a lot, so every time they came to Atlanta, they called me. Then I had like a 4-bedroom house that I was basically there by myself all the time. So when they came to Atlanta, they didn't get a hotel. They came and stayed at my house. And I would take them to all their little radio promotions. We just, you know, sometimes we get a room just because we want to be in the midst of everything. But, that was like, we developed real friendship. To the day I even like, even the song that y'all hear, the song "Why" that Jadakiss got. That song "Why" was originally my song. I pitched it to Jadakiss because I already did the song. I pitched it to him and I let him hear the song, and he loved the song so much he started freestyling over the song. You know, just how he was rapping in "Why." You know, so mine went totally kind of different. But he was freestyling. You know, he was like, "Dude, yo, let me get that shit." I'm thinking you just want the CD, so I get a CD full of all my shit. Now, by being with Jada, this was in Atlanta, and I remember while being with them, we out mall, club, or just radio promo, anywhere we at, somebody always coming up to him giving him a CD, and he would always get a CD to me, or he'd keep it, and we go back to the hotel room, and when he leave those CDs. He never listened to the CDs, never. So if you give him motherfuckers, they don't listen to those CDs. They don't. He would leave them motherfuckers in the hotel. So he asked for my CD. So I'm thinking like, this nigga is gonna leave my CD in the hotel. So I remember I was taking him to the airport. So I wanted to make sure this nigga was gonna take my CD. I remember all the CDs he had. I remember my CD was on the dresser next to all the CDs he had got collected that day. So we walked down to the lobby. I turn around, I go back to the room because I want to check and see if my CD's still sitting on this motherfucking dresser. If it's I'm finna take my shit. I go back. All the CDs that he collected that day is on there but mine. He kept mine. I'm like, oh, okay. He really want to hear that shit. So anyway, so let's say a few months down the line, I get a call from his man. He's like, dude, what up? Jada got this new song, man. We pushing this new song. I'm gonna send it to you, man. I want you to push it down there and give it to the DJs, take it to the radio station. You know, it's kind of shit I do. They would pay me for doing that. So I'm like, all right, cool. I said, what's the name of the song? He said the song is called "Why." I'm like, what? Song "Why"? You sure? He said, yeah, it's called "Why." I said, man, because I gave Kiss one of my songs called "Why." And this my nigga hit, like I told you, this nigga is fucking hilarious, like, he's fucking comedian. He just busts out laughing like, oh shit, Kiss and stole Duke's song. Kiss and stole, he called, hey Sheik, hey Luke's. This nigga Kiss just took Duke's song. You know, so he laughing and shit like, oh shit. So I'm like, man, I said, man, that shit ain't funny. I said, man, I ain't tripping though, let me hear the song. So he sent me the song, and listened to it. You know, it was called "Why." My song was "Why." It was a totally different concept. He flipped it. He murdered the shit. You know, this shit was way harder than my shit was. Even though my shit was hot too, but his shit was just on some commercial hot shit, and my shit was on some street level hot shit. And he murdered the shit, man. I was just proud to be able to, you know, influence that song. It can't be, to this day, is one of his biggest records he ever had. And I remind him every time I see him. I let him know, nigga, I'm the one who made you, nigga. I gave you your biggest hit you ever had. And he always laughed like, dude, your ass is crazy, man. So yeah, so you know, I could go on and on about Kiss, man. So many different incidents. So many different places we done been and hung out. LA, Vegas, Dallas, Detroit, Chicago, Miami, New York, North Carolina, South Carolina, Atlanta, Tennessee. I mean, just everywhere, man. It's a good thing, man. I even stayed at Sheik Luke's house. I remember one time when my homie Shark got locked up. You know, things was kind of hot. They had raided my studio, and I was kind of avoiding them because I know they they didn't have a warrant for me, but they wanted to talk to me, and I wasn't gonna talk to them. So I just wanted to get out of town for a couple weeks. So I went to New York, Yonkers. I stayed in New York for about 3 weeks. I stayed, like I said, Hit was my dog, which is that manager. I stayed at his house for a little while, and then that's how me and Sheik got cool. So me and Sheik started like hanging out, taking me in little spots, meeting all these different people. Man, I met probably down there every rapper from New York, fucking with Sheik. Stayed at Sheik house a couple times. You know, they knew what I was going through, so niggas was just being there for me, and I appreciate it from them. You know, like I said, I ended up got a song with Sheik, got a song with Jada. You know, it was just love, man, and it's a good relationship to this day. Whenever they in town, I get free all access backstage passes, and we chop it up and kick it, man, and have a good time, man. So yeah, that's how I met Jadakiss, man. Y'all stay tuned, man. I got some more stories I'm gonna let y'all know about. So remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Peep Gang 1.